Welcome to JMC News. I am Milan Robin. Today we discuss the National Skills Qualification Framework, an educational reform launched by the Government of India to integrate vocational training with formal education. The NSQF organizes all qualifications into a series of defined levels based on learning outcomes and competencies. Each level represents a higher degree of complexity from level 1 basics up to advanced degrees. In practice, this means what you learn in a certificate, course, or internship is given a clear weight. A person completing an industrial training program knows exactly what NSQF level it corresponds to and how it maps to diploma or degree programs. This framework was notified in 2013 so that students can move vertically or horizontally between academic and skill streams without losing credit. The NSQF was introduced because historically India's vocational education and regular schooling were separate tracks. As the 2013 government report notes, there was little mobility between them and qualifications were not understandable and transparent. NSQF fixes this by defining the output of each qualification, what a learner must know and be able to do rather than just the hours of instruction. For example, a 6-month computer hardware course might be assigned NSQF level 4 while a polytechnic diploma is level 5. This clarity encourages students to take vocational electives or internships. The work experience they gain can be assessed and credited. Importantly, NSQF also validates informal learning. As the NSQF guidelines explain, people with job skills learned on the ground can get through abilities formally certified at an appropriate NSQF level. In short, NSQF is an outcome-based competency framework that makes skill certificates count in the education system. Structurally, NSQF defines each level by detailed descriptions of knowledge, skills, and responsibility. It is not tied directly to duration of study. Instead, it focuses on what the learner can perform. The official framework says each level's criteria are expressed as learning outcomes. Level 1 might involve simple tasks under supervision. Higher levels demand critical thinking and autonomy. For example, a level 7 curriculum might require a student to not only understand theoretical concepts but also apply them to real projects under minimal guidance. This approach replaces the old notion of years of schooling with clear competencies. In practice, college and training institutes now map their courses to NSQF levels. A first degree engineering curriculum could be a level 6, a diploma level 5, and so on. That way, institutions and employers know exactly what skill a graduate at each level possess. At the college level, NSQF's impact is growing. The National Education Policy 2020 explicitly calls for skill integration in higher education, aligning all vocational courses to NSQF so credits can transfer smoothly. For instance, AICTE has urged engineering universities to adopt an NSQF-based credit framework to ease the transition from technical or vocational entry to degree programs. In practical terms, many universities now offer short-term skill certificates or internships that carry NSQF credit. A business student might take a certified course in data analytics or do a 6-week AI workshop and earn transferable credits. New dual apprenticeship programs have been launched in colleges. Students spend a part of their time in classroom study and part in industry, earning both a degree and an NSQF recognized skill certificate. These reforms are directly tied to NEP's vision of multidisciplinary learning and multiple exit entry options. NSQF also connects the India's national skill missions under Skill India flagship program like Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, align their training modules to NSQF levels so that the trainees earn nationally recognized credentials upon completion. The National Apprenticeship Promotion Scheme and other internship initiatives similarly certify work-based learning at NSQF levels. Colleges often encourage internship with local industries, Now those internships can translate into credit. Importantly, the Academic Bank of Credits, a digital credit depository introduced under NEP 2020, allows students to store these NSQF credits and apply them to their degree or diploma. In effect, a student can bank credits from a retail management course or a carpentry workshop and later redeem them as a part of a university program. This makes learning highly flexible. Short courses, MOOCs, or the on-job skills all contribute toward formal qualifications under NSQF and the new credit system. In summary, the NSQF provides a clear roadmap linking academic learning to employable skills. It is described as a nationally integrated education and competency-based skill and quality assurance framework that links one level of learning to another, enabling students to enter the job market and later return to education to upskill. For college students, this means that gaining practical skills, whether through lab work, internships, or certificate courses, now has formal value in their degrees. That's all for today from us. For daily news updates, stay tuned with JMC. Thank you. Jai Hind.